that I don't know if it's a serious project yet, so I'll just let you guys know if it becomes a serious project. Until then, it's the other thing. I realized that could encompass like 18 different things. It's not any of my previous listed projects. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Emily, and today is Monday, June 3rd. We are starting a new writing vlog. I didn't do a new monthly to-do list. I just realized that. Well, okay. So the thing... So we have some writing plans this month. I just finished the major edits on The Wind and the Wild. I might let it sit for a couple of weeks and get back to writing, because what I have to do now is the line level things, but it's gonna go to my beta readers, so I can afford not to look at it for a couple of weeks and try to get my writing done. I want to make a significant dent in Bear, which is my new fantasy romance book. I've written like 3,000 something words on it so far, and it's still in that awkward beginning stage where I don't know the characters very well, and I want to get past that stage. So I just want to write like 10 to 20,000 words on that this month, because I'm also going to be running a Kickstarter at the same time. That being said, I have also... Yesterday I started rewriting Thistle. I wrote 500 words on it. That book is still... Eli, the main character in that book, is still just very difficult to write, because kind of just a very straightforward, matter-of-fact, gets stuff done, but he's also kind of depressed about everything that's happening in that world and the way that his life is gone. So he's not as over the top as any of my other characters enough to make him like super easy to write. So I think I'm probably still gonna struggle through this series. I don't want to change him. That is who he is. That being said, I had fun writing the first 500 words. We're working on that. We also have to continue on. I have 2 more Undying Starlight book covers to do and a few more books to format, and continue on with my art for The Wind and the Wild, because the tentative plan for that is a Kickstarter in August. Here we are. It's a new month. It's June. It's barely warming up. It's supposed to be warm tomorrow, but I'll believe it when I see it. It's June. I want my summer, please. I am really sick of the cold wind. I'll update this when next I can remember if there's anything else that I need to do, because there probably is. But that's the main stuff. Hello, this is Editing Emily here from the end of the month. I didn't actually have that many clips from the first part of the June vlog, and not that many from the second part, because I ended up starting a little writing experiment type vlog at the end of June. So I'm going to combine what was originally going to be part 1 and part 2 of June writing vlogs. If I'm referencing them as if they are 2 different things within this one vlog, that's why. Okay, back into the vlog. What's the date? I don't know, it's Monday, the June 11th. It's Monday, June 11th. I don't think this writing vlog is going to be very, active, entertaining, noteworthy. Basically, I have a lot of things I'm doing, like Kickstarter-wise and art-wise and Undying Starlight-wise, and Bear is just kinda... I think I've come to accept the fact that for a little while, at least, Bear is going to be one of those books where I know where I'm going. I have 10% left on my camera. I know where I'm going, I just don't know at a scene-by-scene level exactly how to do it. It's one of those books where I can sit down and write a couple hundred words at a time, but then I have to stop for the day because I don't know where I'm going with it. It's a good book, and I love it, and I want to write it. It's just not as easy as some of my other books, which is fine. Not all books are like sit down and write 4,000 words the first day like I did with the fantasy romance with The Wind and the Wild. But point is I'm not writing a ton of words, and that's fine. I'm also outlining other stuff. Shut up, okay? I've just decided I will outline anything that I am serious enough that I have notes for an outline for. That was a lot of words. I hope that made sense, because then I can just come back to it if I ever need to, and next time I need to write a book, I will have like 8 different outlines that I can pick from. So I am writing other stuff, but also I'm formatting Undying Starlight right now, number 10. I finished number 10's cover yesterday. I have number 12 to do, 10, 11, and 12 to format. I have all the artwork for the Wind in the Wild to do and the Kickstarter for that to set up and the Kickstarter that I'm doing for Nightfallen, and I gotta fix some of the artwork on that. As much as I would like to do another like crazy June writing goal, there's a lot of stuff to do within the next 2 months, so there's probably not gonna be a ton of big word days, and for the next couple of months, that's fine. It's fine. I don't like it. It's Wednesday, June 12th. I don't have that much to say. I'm just kind of, like I said, none of my current works in progress am I feeling very passionate about. Like, I want to write them, but I can't actually get into them when I sit down to work on them. So, like yesterday and today, and actually the past couple days, I've been writing some other things that are two things. One of them is entirely useless, and another, it could end up being something cool, but it's not like any of my scheduled works. I mentioned Project Ian in one of my past videos, which is just like my oldest series that I love the most. I guess that feels odd to say. I love all of my books, okay? But this one of the problems I have with it is I can't settle on the plot because I have just so many different options I could go down with the characters. So I decided, hey, I love these characters. I want to spend some time with them, and I'm having a problem writing anyway. I'll just write one of the random options that I came up with for like a certain set of scenes. This will absolutely not make it into any final book. This is nothing of use. This is just for fun, and I've been writing it last night and this morning, and I'm having fun. The other thing is some little fantasy romance thing. I don't even know what it is, really. It's odd. It could be a short story, it could be a novella, it could be a novel. I have no idea what it is. You guys will find this funny. So I've been doing social media, but I haven't been getting very good results with social media recently. I did something which I know always produces results, which is to make a joke about the fact that people often ask me, like, I promote Under the Earth Over the Sky, and if you're new here, it's like a father-son cute story, but people have been so traumatized by like other books and anime and stuff that they're always like, it doesn't turn romantic, does it? Please tell me it doesn't turn romantic. And every time, it just cracks me up. Every once in a while, I make a video like making a joke about it. Like, here I am just trying to promote my book and people are asking me like this, and I'm going, oh my gosh. You know, dumb stuff like that. I cannot tell you, I posted it yesterday. I cannot tell you the last time one of my TikTok videos got 20,000 views at all, let alone within 24 hours. It got like 4,000 views on Instagram, which is not great, but that's cool. It also got me a sales on the TikTok shop and like a sale on Etsy, so that's nice. I was just doing it to try to boost myself in the algorithm a little bit. I'm gonna go back to chipping away at this random little short story from Ian's World, and I have other stuff to do, but I'll figure that out after I'm done having fun writing this dumb little story. It's Friday, June 14th. I'm really just kind of just trucking along. I don't have really much of note to tell you guys, I feel. But that's not true. I finished all the Undying Starlight rebranding stuff. On Wednesday, I finished cover 12, and yesterday I formatted book 12. So I'm going to have to go on to Ingram's Park and get the exact template to do the cover like width on the spine and everything, because you know they're all different page counts. I gotta go back to my social media because despite my determination to do it every day of this Kickstarter campaign, I did not. That TikTok I told you about last time, 50,000 views. Just like leave it to something really, really stupid to get views, you know? Any like serious promotion of my book, 200 views tops. It's Monday, June 17th. I did glance at the clip for like the last half of the May vlog that I need to edit. I glanced at that and it said something about like, you know, I'm outlining a million things. I'll pick something eventually. It'll be fine. And I feel like we're in the same position. So over the weekend, y'all are not gonna guess what I did. Where's my word tracker? Saturday, I wrote 6,300 words. It was on the short story about Ian. It was a lot of fun. I'm not done with it yet. The nice thing about this is it's like I'm writing fan fiction of my own book. It is anytime, I can't just go, well, I'll pick a short story or I'll write further ahead to some fluff in one of my other books, because then I have a pressure to do it well. If I pick random scenes out of Ian's series, they are so far removed from anything that will probably happen within the plot that I couldn't make them useful if I tried. So they're just really fun to write. I had a good time. I do want to work on both Bear and the other thing that I don't know if it's a serious project yet, so I'll just let you guys know if it becomes a serious project. Until then, it's the other thing. I realized that could encompass like 18 different things. It's not any of my previous listed projects. So that is all I did over the weekend. I am working on the Wind in the Wild campaign a little bit. I'm gonna start sprinkling it in on social media just a little bit. It has 61 followers already, and I've barely mentioned it like 2 or 3 times on social media, so that is a good sign. I know I said I need to get back to editing The Wind in the Wild. I probably will not. I'm sort of thinking it's good that I'm not looking at it for a couple of weeks. If I can let my beta readers read it in the month of June and get back to it, and that gives me July and August just to do line edits, which is a lot of time for line edits, actually. The developmental edits will be extremely small at this point. And it goes to Natalia in September, and I can line edit it one more time after that. You know, so I may or may not start line editing it this week or the next week of June. We'll see. I think I've caught you up on everything. Alright, it's Friday, June 21st. Guess what I did yesterday? Wrote more of that Ian short story. Short stories, 12,000 words. It's nice just to write utter and complete useless fluff from 2 characters that I really, really like. Well, 3 characters. But I also, let me see, get my tab. I wrote 3,800 words yesterday. I wrote 2,300 words on Ian, I wrote 300 words on Bear, and then I wrote 1,200 words on the other thing. I've not gotten done as much as I wanted to. I am on the struggle bus, as they say. I think I finished, hopefully I finished, like, correcting the changes in here. We'll see. I'm gonna order a second proof of that. And I just want to order the next proof for In Dying Starlight, because I've also been avoiding having to go through the hassle of doing Ingram Spark. I am going to start a different vlog though, because I think I'm going to try a writing routine video. I like watching other author tubers do those, and I've never really done them, especially because I don't get like a ton of time to film stuff. There's usually other people in the house or the TV's on or something, and there's not like a lot of good filming time. But I've decided that I think for a week I'm going to try doing Neil Gaiman's writing routine, especially because I'm behind. I'm not behind. I'm struggling with getting into any of my current works in progress that aren't like the fan fiction of Ian's story, you know? So, and part of his writing routine, which is going to kill me a little bit, is from like about 1 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon, he writes offline. He writes by hand. I'm not going to do that because I have tried that before, and I have tried enough writing things to know that writing by hand and retyping later does not work for me nearly as well as typing does, but I'm going to like turn off the internet. It might just get me out of this weird kind of meh zone I feel like I've been in the entire year. You know? That's all I gotta say. We'll get somewhere. Eventually. It's Monday, June 24th. This week thusly begins my little Neil Gaiman writing routine video. But I'm gonna keep this one going because I'm not just doing writing, am I? We're in the last couple days of the Kickstarter, so that's cool. I just sent out an update. We got to the first stretch goal, which was the backer names in the back. I set up the first 2 In Dying Starlight books on Ingram Spark. they're gonna get here. Well, I have the first one already, but it needs some tweaks. So I fixed the first one, upload the second one, it's processing. I want to get the rest of that done this week. I also finished writing that Ian short story. It's 13,500 words is what it is. I finished that on like Friday or Saturday, I can't remember. So now we're moving back into hopefully something actually productive. This is not particularly an accurate feeling, but I feel like I've not done much writing this year. I bitched to my friend about this yesterday and a couple weeks ago, and she like listed off the things I've been doing in the last year, and so yeah, okay, I get it, but because I finished the last third of The Wind in the Wild, yeah, but other than that, I haven't drafted much, and I don't like it, and I'm having a problem with just, I want to write several of these books, and like, I sit down to write them and I'm like, yes, let's do this. And I just stare at the screen and I have a hard time actually like connecting with the sparkle of the story or whatever, however you want to describe it. Whoa. So I'll get there, but I'm not thrilled with this. And hopefully the fact that I'm doing a writing routine video, especially because Neil Gaiman's, you have to be offline. I might finally just be forced to write so much that I get into something finally, but I don't know. I'm not burnt out and I don't have writer's block. It's just you know, we'll get over it. I'm just not thrilled about it until then. I started the cover for The Wind in the Wild. I had sketched it out a while ago and I didn't like it. I fixed the sketch. I'm not gonna show it to you yet, it's too early. But I fixed the sketch and I've started blocking in some colors, so it's in that stage where it looks worse now than it has to do before it gets better. It's supposed to be summer, you guys. Today's Friday, June 28th. The Kickstarter just wrapped up a few seconds ago, so ended up at 162% funded, 195 backers, $6,500 about. There will probably be some pledges that don't go through because people's credit cards bounce. That always happens. That's wrapped up. I gotta wait for the Kickstarter to process before I can even do anything. So the Neil Gaiman writing experiment has been going pretty well. Just the writing is just slow and I'm just kind of struggling with it. But yesterday I wrote 1,500 words, the day before 100, the day before 1,000, and that is on a little short novel thing I'm hoping stays a short novel. I was thinking about Camp Nano is in 3 days. I don't like that time is the way that it is at all. It is not right. It's almost July. I was thinking about it and I'll probably do a goal for Camp Nano, but I have like a minimum of 4 art pieces to do next month. More like 6. I'm actually working on the map for The Wind in the Wild right now. So next month is gonna be a lot of focus on art and the next Kickstarter. This map is coming together and it's very cute. But I'm not showing you right now. Gotta wait for the Kickstarter. Hi, honey. What are you snipping? Why am I so sleepy? Wake up. We got vlogs to do. Monday, July 1st. Great. So I wrote 6,200 words yesterday, which cool. I did that because I picked like really fluffy, sappy scenes that I have no context for in Bear and wrote those. I mean, at least I'm connecting to the characters, okay? Man, I probably have like more to say, but also I'm sleepy. I wrote 28,400 words last month. 6,200 of it was yesterday on fluffy bear scenes, and on the 15th, 6,300 words of it was that Ian short story that is ridiculous. But I got into the short novel a bit. I got like 4,000 or 5,000 words into that. I think maybe we're finally getting somewhere on Bear. And I know I had other things to update you on. I ordered the first 2 proof copies of In Dying Starlight. I gotta set the rest up on there, and I've been avoiding it just because it's tedious. I finished the first map for The Wind in the Wild. I'm going to start on the next one. I have so many art things I have to do this month, but we'll talk about that in the next vlog. Wrap the Kickstarter up. We're just waiting for it to process, so we're in limbo right now. Successfully did the Neil Gaiman writing routine, but you guys will probably see that after you see this, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I'm sure I maybe am missing something. Doesn't matter. It's fine. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like and a subscribe really helps out my channel. You can grab Under the Earth, Over the Sky, and all my other books. Links are in the description, as well as the link to the pre-launch page for The Wind in the Wild. Hopefully coming late July, early August. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have Camp NaNoWriMo plans, I'm curious. I'll tell you about them in the next vlog, so that'll be the next vlog. Okay, bye.